Good afternoon, YouTube. It's me, Busy Bee. I got something new. As you see in the previous video, my son and I did the dash on the Peterbilt. It is now finished. I want to make this a quick little video. Just want to tell y'all, Merry Christmas. I know it's a little bit late. Been pretty busy trying to get stuff done, hanging out with the family and all that good stuff. But yeah, I have been super busy trying to get this together, and guess what? It is done. So on that note, I'm so excited to show this to you, and here we go. You ready? All right, here we go. Check it out, y'all. Look at that dash. Ain't that freaking awesome? So I went with I guess more like a volcano orange chrome is what I went with. And as you can see, I got my pyro here. Now, guess what? I went out to the junkyard the other day, and I found this out there too. The one side on the old one was broke, and I'll show you the old one here in a minute. The dash is now officially wrapped, guys and gals. So as you can see how nice and pretty it is. I can see myself. I am kind of worried after the fact I did this. I said, you know what? The sun's going to shine. Hopefully the reflection isn't too bad. But I like it. It looks very nice. Now this plate was chrome, by the way. But it was old chrome. It was all worn and everything. And I did have little switch things here, you know, for the differential and all that. And the fiber optics for the lights for these are just done. The thing won't, the light bulb won't hold into there for the fiber optics on the back side. So I think what we're going to do is get a strip to go across the lights, you know, to light it all up. And that's probably what I'm going to wind up doing here real soon, and figure a way to get those to light up. But that's how it all looks now, y'all. And another thing I got going on, to kind of give you an idea, truck's a little bit of a mess because I've been working on it since I've been home. Let me go back here to the sleeper real quick, turn the light on. Whoop. I got some new chrome, by the way. This is the cover for the bottom of the steering wheel. Okay. As you can see, it's pretty shiny. Needs to clean it up, make it look better and all that. I scored that at the junkyard. Got the cover for around the turning signal and all that, which is this right here. As you can see, the black piece there, that's what that's for. Okay. So I scored this at the junkyard as well. And then also, now, this is something I've been needing for a long time. It's very hard to find at a junkyard. Is this piece here, for those who are familiar, this is what covers the fuse box and all that. Covers all that nasty ugliness down there. Now this right here was busted up pretty bad. And as you can see in this one, somebody kicked it a few times too much. And all this was busted and messed up pretty bad. Now this was like, this was a hard to find part, and every one I found in the junkyard was broke. But I found a truck about my make and model, and it was complete. Check it out. Every bit of it was complete. It was the one I needed. I did notice after we got it apart, there's a couple little stress cracks here and there. Nothing severe. So I thought about taking the old one, maybe gluing it, taking the pieces off the old one and putting it on here in the back side to give a little more support in the corners is where the little stress cracks are. But all in all, I think I got myself a good part. It was $50 at the junkyard. So those who want to know where the truck junkyard is, it's over there in Terre Haute, Indiana, and that's where I got it. And it's called Rush Fisher Used Truck Parts in Terre Haute, Indiana. And he's got late model trucks of like Kenworths, Peterbilts. He has a few Volvo parts, a few Freightliners, but mostly he has Peterbilt in his yard. And some Kenworths, but mostly Peterbilt. So I went out there and I grabbed that. And then also, I had a problem with the panel switch for the dash. And it was this deal here. It brightens and lowers the dash panel lights, okay? So this was wore out too. And when I went to go turn it, just turn, and wouldn't do anything. So I got that for $25. And then also I got a new switch for the headlights because the old one was wore out from old age. It was real sloppy. I got one in here somewhere. Oh, that, see right there? That's sloppy. So this one's going to have to be replaced later on. No, that's just how the switch is on that one. But there's a few on here that's kind of sloppy from old age, and they just need some replacement. So the switch here was $10 at a junkyard. If I went into a dealer, they're about $45 a piece, believe it or not. $35 to $45 a piece just for a toggle switch for the Peterbilt. I said, there's no way I'm paying that kind of money. And I know someone out there say, well, you could have went to Napa or someone like that. Yeah, but these are heavy duty switches, so they could take a lot of beating. That, of course, that's my opinion, but they look a little bit more heavier duty than I can get from a parts store. And it's just kind of hard to find what you need at a parts store. So I grabbed them from the junkyard. There's always a chance at not working, but Russ Fisher said that if it doesn't work, call them that day and then come back in and get you a different one. So they're pretty cool about that. And then this here, if I bought it from Peterbilt, is a $200 part, believe it or not. So that switch there for to dim your lights and all that, $200 part. I said, you're smoking crack. And it was like $145 in Memphis and like almost $200 in Indianapolis. So I said, I'm not paying that kind of money. So we got that all squared away. And I found this in the junkyard as well for like $25. So I saved money in the long run. Sometimes you can get salvage parts, that are electronic and get lucky. Sometimes you don't. But I took a risk on this because I don't feel like spending $200 on a part where I can get it for $25 at a used junkyard. But you check your parts out real good before you take off with them. And then, of course, I forgot the other part that I was telling you about. Let's see if I can find it back here real quick. My son didn't put it where we could find it. Oh yeah, here we go. So the pocket over here below the pyro, some Peterbilt, the majority of the Peterbilts I've seen out there had it, and I'm still learning, so bear with me. So as you can see, this is the pocket that was in the dash, and over time, wear and tear, someone got a little bit violent and snap, and it broke, and it wasn't in there quite right, and it was busted up. So what I did was, I found this. I think he went like $10 for this, which is not bad for a little bitty part, that you can't find in stores from what I've seen. And then my wife cleaned it up for me real nice in the sink and got all the goo and all that off of it for me, which is lovely. Now, I know I got a few ripples here and there, but it's my first time wrapping, guys, so cut me some slack. Hey, it's your first time learning something, so you're going to make a little bit of flaws here and there. But I know over time it probably shrink and all that. And it might bubble up again. But I got some different material coming to me here in the next few weeks whenever I have time. Because I'm thinking about wrapping the bottom half of the dash too. So all this is going to be like a chrome orange throughout the whole dash. And I can't wait. I'm actually getting wrap material for your dash is what I'm doing. So all this is going to be wrapped. Probably a chrome orange, and then we're going to have a little bit of chrome accents like this, and then some of the places. And then, as you see where I had the thing for the fuse box and all that, it's a mess. And my old one was broke like I showed you earlier. So I'm getting all the wires and everything out of the way. And then this over here, the bottom for the air box, that's messed up as well. So I'm going to have to replace that. It won't quite stay up there, right? Because it's all busted up from people being abusive over the years. And then I'm going to probably wrap the rest of the dash with a matte orange or something like that, so that it won't be reflective in my eyes when I'm driving down the road. Also, I scored at the junkyard these jeweled switch extensions as well. Sometimes you get lucky and you might be able to grab some stuff, you might need it like this, You know, it was kind of a fresh truck a little bit, so there was some chrome. And as the same truck that I grabbed no, it was a different one for this part. But I grabbed these out of another truck where I got the switch, and then I saw the extensions. I was like, oh, dude, I wanted something like that. So I grabbed those as well. Really didn't get charged for them because, you know, they're just there. And then these here, this is all busted up. You know, I got a few places where it's kind of rough up top, you know, but I'm not going to go in depth of how bad it is. But yeah, I got a few screws missing. But I did grab the screws when we took the other one out. And I get to take this off later too. And then I want to do another video here shortly for you. And we're going to show you how I'm setting up the new Ford generator that I bought. So if you haven't seen that video, go to the previous video I did on this one. I bought a new Ford generator from Amazon. It's a pretty decent generator so far. And I'm going to mount that onto the Peterbilt today. The wife's going to order me a cover for it off of Amazon, and then we're going to get all that done. So basically, I got to move the catwalk forward and then put my toolbox in, and I'll probably do some video footage on that a little bit for you guys, kind of get a gist of what I'm doing, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so all in all, been pretty busy since I've been home, trying to get the truck finished up on some things I've been needing to do for months on end. I'm glad I got the headlight switch taken care of, because I had an issue one night. I went to go flash the light rather than bright lighting somebody. I went to go turn the light off, turn it back on, and I couldn't get the light back on because the light fell behind the dash a little bit. And also I had to get some more of these little guys, you know, because the ones I had were just kind of worn, and they had the wrong ones on there. Basically, these are more for like a Kenworth style is what these were for, and they have like a smooth edge on them, okay, to make them look fancy. And someone says, oh, I like those better, so they grab these, put these on there to make it look nice. Well, the problem with that is that they wouldn't stay on tight, and I went ahead and grabbed let's see, I don't have any at hand, but they were a different style, and they were more of a flat. I do got one. Let's see, I'll show you what I did. So this is what I did. I got a set of these, okay, and they're just straight up for like a toggle switch. They're stainless steel is what they look like, okay. And then I got a cover to just slip over it, okay. And this is a better way to go, because then if I ever had to take it apart, you know, I'm not going to have to, you know, I had to pop these off, you know, off of the ring, but I don't have to worry about the thing falling off the dash on the switches and stuff, because that's the problem I was running into with the whole dash issue, was that they would back out over time from vibrations and stuff going down the road. And, you know, an old truck, it vibrates a little bit, you know, on going down the road, unless it's, I mean, it's got a motor and stuff, it's going to vibrate, you know, and, you know, it's a cat under the hood, so you got a little bit of, you know, a little vibration from the motor. So all in all, that's what I did to keep these guys in a little better, you know, and that's why they look all pretty and shiny. I could have just went with the stainless, but I went with some covers over the rings to make them look good. And a little tip for you guys that put these on here, the extensions, they do have an Allen key underneath and all that, but give yourself just a little bit of room. Come out just a smidge, just a hair, so you have free reign of moving your switch up and down. That way, if it falls back, moves in a little bit over time from vibration, and you turn it on and off, you don't have to worry about one night trying to flip, and the thing ain't moving, because guess what? It slipped behind there. So make sure they're good and snug, but don't over tighten, because you might run into what I ran into with my old switch, to where you had to drill it out and get the thing off in order to get the extension off, okay? So that's what I did with that. And all in all, I'm impressed, man. This looks awesome. I'm happy that my stepson helped me get this done. This was been a long wanting to do project for some time. It looks very nice. See, you can see myself. See me waving? That's pretty cool. I could probably check my check my beard out in the morning or check out my bald head and say, woo, you know, I'm so sexy. So there you go. That's how she looks. I'm impressed. I'm happy that this is done. And I can't wait to do the lower half of the dash. That's going to be very interesting. I've been doing some information on YouTube on how to do this as well. And then I'm curious how it's going to turn out. Hopefully it looks good when I'm all done. And the shoe polish did pretty good, you know. But I figured why not? You know, do something a little bit different than most people. You know, oops. I left the wire hanging a little bit there. We'll have to fix that later. Of course, we got a few dash lights not working at the moment. We are going to replace the dash lights to some really pretty blue LEDs or something like that later on. I'll do a little bit of video on that. It's not hard. It's pretty simple. You just take out the screws and pop the light out, take the light out, put it back in there. You know, it's pretty simple. But anyways, that's what I've been up to. You have a great and wonderful day. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to comment below. And give it a like if you like the video. Give it a good old thumbs up, yo. And that's pretty much what's going on. So remember, all things are possible. You know, I mean, I didn't think I could do this myself, but I did. Didn't get much help from the stepson on the switch panel itself. He left me hanging, kids. But all in all, I got it done. And then I'm probably going to put different screws to hold the dash, something a little bit nicer and prettier, and make it all kind of just pop. I love the wow factor when I get done with stuff. And you can admit, that is pretty darn nice. If you watch my previous videos of what my dash may look like before, and you look at it now, you're like, whoa, that looks badass. So that's what I did. It's not hard, guys. You just got to take everything off. That's the most time-consuming thing ever to do that, and it was possible, you know. And I'm going to get off here because I'm rambling on. And you have a great and wonderful day. And have a happy new year, okay? So we'll talk to you later, all right? Peace. On air later. And enjoy the beautiful dash. Hell yeah, brother.